in regards to the MohBad issue, I just feel like the Nigerian government has actually failed massively. The angle they've actually taken, or actually the step they've taken. For instance, now, first and foremost, towards trying to sort of go towards his grave. I believe that they were meant to sort of protect that place, tape it. I could just see that they are not sort of equipped. They do not have an idea. The process is not there. There's just quite a lot that is failed. After the exemption is taking out the body, I just felt like they also needed to sort of take that place. It's an exhibit. No one should be going there. Why are people going to that area to sort of take pictures? That
I
is
wonder.
all.
I saw a video of
that's
them
absolutely
actually
wrong.
digging him
Know,
out of the ground.
you know
And I
what?
was like,
I saw a video of some guys taking a body in a bag. First
I
and
saw that
foremost,
video
that is
I'm talking
actually
about.
that is actually sort of made it aware that the government does not have the equipment. They do not even have a sector around, or should I say,
As in, I'm like,
it's just no gloves, no
social
gloves, no
media.
no gloves, no
As
PPE.
in there was no
A dead
police
body.
tape to not cross.
It's crazy, sir. It's absolutely crazy. They failed him, to be honest with you. They failed him.
You see me that his head is not correct?
Failed him.
As in the video.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Even the coffin, they left it. That is an exhibit. They meant to take him with the coffin.
Yeah.
Why is the coffin still there? Why is the coffin still why is it still there? Why are people still going there? I see a lot of, in fact, when I saw it, I was actually crying.
Bro, you done bust my brain.
Nigeria needs to be exposed. Nigeria needs to be exposed. The government, they love what is going on. The government love what is going on. The government, you'll be surprised the DPO or the police that it was even probably in charge of the report that MohBad actually put forward. You'll be surprised it's the same police that even asked them to go and actually dig that thing, to cover up his thing.
Careful with the words you use. Careful with the words you use.
I'm so sorry.
I struggled so much yesterday with these community people.
A lot of illiteracy is actually in there. I'll be honest with you again. I was even speaking to my partner. I said, the same blood is there. Blood is in his grave. I feel like also we need to be educated. I just feel like, because first and foremost, when the person, with my own research, because I do read a lot of, do research.
The person buy. Just say when the person buy.
When the person buy, the thing is, I was able to speak to my miss and I asked her, I said, babes, this person is spied and they're saying they're seeing fresh blood. What do you think? And she was saying to me, she's like, babes, like, when someone pies, what happens is you have liquid gas coming from the from the ears,
everything,
all those sort of things start leaking. Because first and foremost, that's the reason why when someone buy, what they do is they take out the blood and they actually sort of put in a certain liquid into the body. So
to preserve the body,
exactly. So these are the things that I feel like, it's so sad. I'm seeing it on, it's just trending. Oh, this person, he's been fighting for his life. It might be, I don't know, it's 50-50, but we should sort of educate ourselves. Why we should ask ourselves, if there's blood, why is that? We shouldn't just jump into conclusion. I just feel the police needs to be educated massively. First and foremost, in UK, when such incident happens, you have a private ambulance, black tinted, that goes and pick up the body, everything, and they seal it. Once that is done, right, you still have the police still staying there until they finish the
as in America,
until
they put yellow tape. So this line do not cross.
Until they finish the whole result.
Meanwhile, community people they're there with their Android phone.
It's sad. Nigerian government, the Nigerian government has no PPE, no gloves, no. And you see, the liquid itself is very dangerous.
Yes,
you cannot. It's very dangerous. Like what
biohazard, they adjust your mask.
It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot of education that needs to be done. They just go to school without knowing the.
That's not a crime scene, though. Are you joking?
Is it
sad. It's sad.
100%.
It's sad. The government alone, for what they do, they should prosecute themselves because, first and foremost, what department is under that case? Where is the PPE? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's the
That's
gloves?
the OPP.
Where's the gloves? Where's the shoes? Even the disposal of those things, you know, what bag did they put
Even
that
the
in?
clothes. But this bros talk everything I want to talk. Even the cloth is supposed to have like
It's
a
sad,
protective cloth.
man. It's sad, honestly. I was seeing this thing. I'm like, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? The thing is, a lot of criminals that have left UK, they would come to Nigeria and go free
Nigeria.
because why they're exposed.
This
They
guy
know
is
better
good.
than the Nigerians over
This guy
there, so they'll be
is good.
exposed, and that is what is going on.
This guy
That is
is good.
exactly what is going on.
DF, I had a
It's sad.
similar
It's
conversation
sad. The
with
Nigerians, they need training. I'm so sorry, brother. They need a lot of training to be done. They just hear, oh, FBI. Oh,
As
this.
in,
They don't know
it
what goes
just
behind
became,
it.
as in,
They do not know what goes
it
behind
went from
things.
crime scene to social media shoot.
It's crazy. And you know what? Even the worst thing again is the fact that when they put the body, and someone's like, oh, what the body is, into into is it a car or something? And someone's like, is it MohBad's body that is smelling like this? That person should even not be there. It should be people. It shouldn't be there. You know, who is he? It's quite obvious, sir. I could tell you what it is the people themselves, they couldn't do it. They were scared. So that they actually have to call people like I don't want to discriminate on anything, like people that could not afford anything to say, you know what, we'll give you. I feel like they had the funds, but they gave it to people that did not have daily bread to say, okay, go and do this job, we'll pay you something. Right? And that's why we saw that they were not equipped. That is 100% obvious. Even international news is meant to take this publicly. The question is this a great country like Nigeria that they're going to be exposing and saying that, oh, look at how they treated it? You know, they're not even going to show us respect.
Any country,
like,
if that thing should
mad.
to any country,
It's mad. It's mad. Absolutely mad.
We look like primitives.
Honestly, it's Nigeria sometimes reminds me is like a country full of the word nigger. Just what it is. We've got
no, calm down.
I'm so sorry.
You can't
I'm
say
so
that.
sorry. We have that mentality. We have that mentality of,
bro, you can't say that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like we enslave. Okay, I'll say something now. I'll say something. We hear about the record labels. The question is, first and foremost, let's ask ourselves, what was the first record label that came into existence in the world? It was in America, right? Okay. Around that time of the slavery, around the time of slavery, that's when we had the first record label. Please do your research on this, right? That's when we had the record labels. The owners of these record labels, they were all, white folks, which had the money to fund this. At that time, when they were drafting those record labels, those contracts, those boss, those owners of the record label, they still had the mindset of a slave owner, right? So we have actually now taken that forward to enslave our own brothers as well, because we just hear about record labels. We don't know what goes behind the contracts. And that's why you see record labels, they're saying that, oh, you know what, I'm going to own your name. I'm going to own you. I'm going to own your intellectual property because you've actually signed your life. You've signed this,
Bro, you actually said something that I had a conversation with Adawit a couple of weeks ago. Well, when this incident happened, the owner of the record label, I don't want to mention it. If you live in UK, you know the kind of guy this guy was.
Come on, impeach him. I don't want to say.
I don't want to mention anything. But when he got to Nigeria, there should have been, because, for example, if you have a record in the UK, if I'm a criminal in the UK and I'm moving to Poland, the Metropolitan Police will let the Polish authority know that, oh, this guy so has relocated to your country and it should be under watchful. So what due diligence was done when this guy moved into Nigeria?
No, sorry, hold on a second, please. Do not be angry. I need to address an Olori Buruku. Vanessa Brett 0445. Daddy Freeze, you just sit behind the camera. Since this guy passing, what have you done? So I should have gone to dig. Sorry, Vanessa. What for a slave name? Olopola Langba, Olori Aginletin.
Oh my God.
Obogoru bi po si abiku.
Well,
Olorun, Smello. What have you done? Comment section, keep pad warrior with your leprosy hand. Don't ever let me see you in my life again. Hey, brother Sean, please continue what you were saying.
So I mean, like I said, I really, because that was my first angle when I remember when me and Ada were talking, and I said to her, like, at least there should have been a notification like, oh, so guy has moved to your country, we just need to notify you. Okay, well, if the Nigerian police wasn't notified, then maybe we're looking at it from another angle, but there have to be some,
yes.
You know, anybody can just be moving into the country, and
All right.
I don't know, it's weird. Yeah,
Sean, you see, there's one thing that I don't know, Nigerians are they just love mediocre. That's one thing I would just say. You know, there is no, you see, I don't know, there is no wrong and there is no right in Nigeria anymore. You know, it's a country that is filled with
anyhowness.
So everybody just they cruise. You know,
it's the level of poverty. That's just
Cruise has now become a word of foolishness.
Bro,
see, it's
not poverty.
It's not poverty.
It's more than poverty, bro.
It's not poverty. I don't know. You know, sometimes I try to describe it, you know, but I can't. I don't know the right word to use, you know. But Nigeria is just filled with people that has no sense, that does not use any sense. Everything that they want to do, see, an average Nigerian person would when they look at you, they want to get everything from you. You understand? They want to get everything from your body. You know, all this record label, or I don't even know, way of life is this kind of, you know, is this way of life that we Nigerians have, that this person, I want to be bigger than this person. Oh, I don't want this person to eat too. I don't want this person to do this too. I want to step on this person. And it's a very wrong thinking.
Mentality.
You know, nobody, you know, nobody wants to carry the other person along. You know, everybody just, they want to be on top. But for how long?
And
out loud.
At the end of the day, there's more than enough food for everybody to eat. Exactly. It's just greediness. There's more than enough, because the way Afrobeat is trending now. I went to college in this country at a time when they used to call African people booty scratcher, spare shockers. There's no Oyibo girl. There's some Nigerian music that I don't even know, that is my colleague that, oh, have you heard about this guy? This guy just really, you should listen to him. And I'm Nigerian. So there's more than enough food for everybody to eat, but it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's
the
weird.
government is just failed. That's just what I could say. They've just failed in every aspect. In every aspect. They need to be probed, you know. They need to look into that sector. They need to, do they have the right funding? You know, everyone that is actually doing what they can do, I applaud, you know, they're doing what they can do. But I just feel sorry,
I don't want to cut you short here, but I wanted to say something, that even if they've got the funds, yeah, they will still want to steal out of that funds. That's why they will choose, like, you know, let me tell you something, like if you give money to a Nigerian that use this money to build a house, and if you are building that house, buy 10 bags of cement. That this is like an example. You know what they will do? They will buy 4 bags of cement and steal money for the 6 bags of cement. So even if they had the funds, yeah, to carry out the investigation or the autopsy, trust me, they'll still water it down. Am I lying?
And it's sad when it gets to a situation. I think, I don't know, because I don't want to look at it from a too much outside perspective, because it's sad as a citizen when you cannot trust your own, force that's supposed to protect you. If you understand, because nobody, like, I mean, you're reading stories on people's blog and everybody's just saying like, well, we already know what's going to happen. Like, people do not trust the police at all.
Nah.
It's just...
That's because they don't trust themselves. That's just what it is. They don't trust themselves. You know, their actions is just, you know, they're just moving like mafias. You know, I don't know, maybe I could say that, but, you know, they're just moving like mafias.
It's like, I think Femi was on here, Femi Aderogbel. I was listening to his live last night. One of my guy that I know, I do talk to him explicit, is an American soldier. He's in Nigeria now. And he was narrating his audio recently in Nigeria. He said he just felt like, you know, I want to have the full Nigerian experience. He went into a cab. He had his headphones on. And the first person the police stopped was him. Like, he had his headphone, he had his bag and everything, his laptop, American boy, and then they just tell him, you come out. He said what saved him was the fact that he has his American military badge with him. He just showed it to them, like, where's your ID? Just show it to them.
That's racial
profiling. Straight away, because they're saying, they say, oh, this one I go chop from him. And you want people to come back home. You know, it's sad, man. It's sad, honestly.
Okay. I want us to talk about DNA. In your opinion, the three of you, what do you think? How important is DNA?
Please.
Can I go first? Because I know everyone will be different. I think it shouldn't be ruled out. And the reason why I'm saying this is this. If we are, like, first of all, I'll look at it from two angles. If this was in the UK, right? So I'll give you a scenario. Let's say my madam now stabbed me and killed me, or bite me. Sorry, DF. And my neighbor said, oh, we heard that he used to beat his wife or he used to beat his kids or whatever. The police over here will use that to base like, oh, was this kids like his? What was the reason before? Why was he assaulting these kids or all this? We don't know the reason why why the all incidents are entangling to each other. And secondly, we can already, because I'm hearing a lot of people going like, oh, it's our culture, you know, they bury this, they bury immediately, blah, 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 blah. We don't know if we can use that as the cultural reason. We should also look at the other angle of what if this baby was not his, and I'm not saying that they should do it and announce it to the world or whatever, but if it's going to help the case, they need to look into it. Then it shouldn't be ruled out. If it's something that is going to help the case, it shouldn't be, because for all we know, we don't know whether the father was, I mean, like I said, I'm not God, I don't know what went on in the family. We don't know if the father was maybe jealous because he's putting the wife in a stronger what's it called, position in his kids' affair, and maybe the kids is not his, maybe everything was just interlinked together, and as a result something happened. We don't know anything, but it shouldn't be ruled out. It shouldn't be like something that people, it's part of investigation. I mean, in the UK, if something like that happened, everybody, like you said, even you, the person who sell food to you in the morning, whoever you spoke to last, everybody and all angles should be explored. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, definitely.
Well, for my
so
own
over
opinion,
to you guys. What do you think? Do you think MohBad's son there should be a DNA test for MohBad's son?
It's not.
In regards to that sort of issue, it's I just feel like an issue like that shouldn't sort of come out publicly, you know.
Exactly.
I would, because whether we like it or not, we're in a country where there's a lot of sentiments involved into things. So I would say that yes, it should be carried out. They like they said, you know, leave every stone on like, is it leave every stone untouched? Like,
Yes,
you know, you've got to, you know,
How much
exactly.
did he
So
ask for before?
you've got to, you know, attend to every
No,
stone.
for the
So yes,
modification,
they should
best friend.
definitely check it.
That's why I said
Sorry,
they don't
should
need to
actually
announce it
do
to the
Asking that
public.
can he do
But if it's gonna
it
aid
or not?
the investigation, definitely. Because
Okay, no problem.
whether we like it or not, all of us we just speculating at the moment. None of us is a private detective. None of us has a full insight into what happened in the family. We're just talking from outside perspective. So if it's something, because we don't know, you know, there are some cases when you watch all these criminals scene on TV that will just be one thing linked to another thing linked to another, linked to this, before you get to the main reason of something that happened. So you never know. So if it's going to hurt it, don't take help.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Let me say something. Women have suffered. Oh, women, we've suffered.
Oh, here we go.
I would like to say something. Even as I'm about to talk right now, I'm sort of shaking in my soul, and it's just very very painful because to answer that first question, absolutely DNA should be should be done, and I feel right now I think this is an opportunity for the government to start having database. First and foremost, again, do we have a funeral director in Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Before every dead corpse is being buried in Nigeria, it needs to be registered,
Of
which the
course, they have
DNA will,
all those things. I'm sure
okay,
they
so
have
I
all
don't
those
know about
things.
that. So it's a question. The reason why I've said that is because, for someone to just take it in his own will to say, what, I just want to go and bury this body at this amount of time, at that time, but sorry, not to actually divert into something else. To answer your question, absolutely, DNA should actually be carried out, absolutely. It should
I
be,
Okay,
don't know.
so
I
Fola hasn't spoken. Fola, in your opinion, do you think DNA should be done like the people are suggesting? If you're watching on Facebook and you want to join the live, let me try and see if I can invite someone on Facebook too. Just send me a request on Facebook. I find it so hard to bring people on Facebook.
I might sound sentimental here, but I just feel that we've got a lot of things on ground. Yeah, we don't know the real truth and we don't know the real answers to this to this problem. I just feel that if this kind of thing is going to be carried out, I don't think, like Sean Lead said and my brother here said, it should be carried out
Yeah.
privately. But for me, I don't